I'm 60-something years old. I want to hold a guy accountable for 40 years, something he did way back then. Is that scriptural? Well, let's look at what the Bible says. Let's look at it. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1, it says, actually reported there's sexual immorality among you, and a kind that is not tolerated even among pagans, for a man has his father's wife. So apparently there was a stepson having the father's wife, second wife. It's the way I understand it. He said, are you arrogant? Ought you not rather to mourn? Let him who has done this be removed from among you. So he said, person is committing this type of immorality. Apparently it's unrepentant, it's ongoing. He said, remove that person from among you. Nowadays, we give them a front row seat at the church and say, well, at least they're in church somewhere. You don't understand that sin is like a dreaded disease. It will spread. And if the pastor does not, the leadership of the local church does not stand up against these things, then the church will lose in that situation by default, because the lack of correction will lead to people saying, well, if they're doing it, it's okay. Nobody said anything about it. Pastor knows it's going on, So you got to be careful how you let these things go on. So he says, not to let this kind of immorality be named among you. He said, put that person out. Now, we don't like to think about that, do we? We don't like to think about putting anybody out of the church, because God is love. Well, God is love, but he is also just. It's also the justice of God. The Bible says, how shall we escape so great a salvation that was first delivered unto us by the Lord and them that heard him? He said, if every angel and every transgression receive just recompense of reward, how shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation? So we got to be careful not to neglect our salvation, not to neglect what the Lord has said, and realize that transgression, ongoing sin in a person's life, needs to be addressed. Now then, let's read a little further.